Imagine putting the power of a Titan into a single object. Imagine all the dragon aspects empowering that one object. Has this happened before? Yes, it has. Did it go well then? No. Will it backfire now? Almost certainly.
That's not good.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Warcraft lore video. So, today we're going to be diving into something super fun. How abundantly clear it is that the Heart of Azeroth will be used against us. And how even from Blizz's end, I'm sure that once 8.3 ends, they're going to enjoy blowing the darn thing up given how much design bother it's caused in this expansion.
So will the players,
the Heart of Azeroth is a part of Magni's plan to save the planet. Yet, it seems like it could end up doing very much the opposite.
The King of Diamonds has been made a pawn.
Magni could not have been thinking clearly when it came to this plan. And I cannot blame him because we're still working on bringing today's sponsor, Skillshare, to Azeroth. But of course, you're on Earth, so you do have it. Skillshare are an online learning community with over 25,000 courses in design, business, and productivity, and more, all for $10 a month with their premium annual subscription. But the great thing is, you can get 2 months for free by following my link down in that video description. And Magni should totally check out Design Thinking, how to use creative problem solving for better design. You know, the kind of thing that might keep you from designing the Heart of Azeroth and then handing it over to an Eldritch God. Seriously though, it's a great course for sharpening your creative thinking, as are many others that I've highlighted before, like the masterclass from Thomas Frank, who is a fantastic YouTuber. So, join over 7 million creators on Skillshare with 2 free months through my link below. Thank you to them for supporting this channel and supporting our team. And with that, let's get into the video. Okay, so the Heart of Azeroth.
We're gonna obviously watch the thing, right? We're gonna watch the...
dude.
What?
That reminds me, I was watching...
Alright, let's go back.
There are a lot of very spooky hints about it in patch 8.2, even ones from Ashara herself, and we will cover those, but there is an even more sort of spooky historical parallel between the Heart of Azeroth and the Dragon Soul. It's pretty wild, and it's not that subtle, especially with what they do in this upcoming patch.
Anonymous.
So, the Demon Soul was created, and by the way, Demon Soul, Dragon Soul, those words are sort of used interchangeably between the books and the in-game lore. But anyway,
nobody
the Demon
knows.
Soul was created using the essence of dragons and demons, along with Deathwing's blood and the power of the old gods. The old gods then manipulated Deathwing into thinking that he could essentially rule over all using it. Now, after its creation, Deathwing then convinced the other Dragonflight leaders to pour their essence into the soul, empowering it greatly and preventing them from damaging it. Remember that these empowered dragon essences, they come directly from the Titans.
That's the big boy.
After defeating Galakrond, the Titans empowered the leaders of each flight through their Azerothian keepers. Now, this means that the Demon Soul basically...
That's what they should do, man. If they do another Caverns of Time, they should do the Fall of Galakrond as one of the Caverns of Time. That'd be fucking badass, dude.
No.
That'd be so good.
No, that would be terrible.
It'd be so good. Like, think about how big he'd be.
I mean... Yeah, but that's unrealistic, though.
That's why it'd be badass.
Because he's literally as big as a fucking zone.
Yeah, he's as big as Dragon Blight.
Yeah, there's no way you can put a mob like that. I mean, the only way I see fighting a mob like that big is to, I don't know, like, fight on its back and then have it land in a bunch of water, which submerges the majority of the body, and then you fight, like, the little tentacle things.
I don't know, man. I feel like if they did that, it would suck, and it would disappoint a lot of people. Because, like, I mean, people would wait for a long time. They want to see a massive, you know, battle against some gigantic titan. And then if you just relegate it just to fighting 2 different... Basically, you're fighting his arms and legs. That's boring, dude. I want to see a massive fight with, like, you know, tanks and, you know, riding on dragons and everything like that. That'd be fucking badass. That's what we're looking for.
Good thing they'll never do that.
Yeah, of
course. Good thing they'll never make a fight like that. That boring.
In terms of fun tank mechanics, I think Will of the Emperor was really great with Opportunistic Strikes, and wouldn't mind seeing something similar to that before. Yeah, Opportunistic Strikes was a great idea, John Tite. Thank you very much for the $3. Sorry I missed that earlier. It was my bad. I'll make sure that I didn't miss any more of these too. So I get behind on these donations. I actually might do text-to-speech for donations, so I don't keep missing them. What's the item required for normal raid? 415. That's what I'm going to require. And maybe a little bit higher than that, but we'll see what happens. Thanks again for the other day. Good luck on tomorrow. Yeah, no problem, Ortho. And congrats on your mount, too. Let's go on chat for Scandinavia. Marcus, thanks for the $2, man. Appreciate that, too.
a necklace brimming with the power of both the old gods and the Titans. Deathwing eventually used this against both dragons and demons, only to have it stolen by Illidan for use, empowering the portal that would summon Sargeras to Azeroth. This plan was foiled when the demon soul was interfered with, eventually resulting in Norse-Dumu sending it forward in time, and then later on it was destroyed during the Second War, but would later be partially reformed and used by Sinestra to create her Dragonflight. And then, of course, during the Cataclysm, well, we go back...
Mount God.
back in time to take it from the Well of Eternity. We then brought it forward in time so that the dragon aspects could further
that was patch 4.3,
seemingly, leading to Thrall using it to partially destroy Deathwing. Originally, though, the Demon Soul was created through Old God manipulation, with its goal being to allow a maddened Deathwing to ravage the world, destroying the planet's dragon protectors and the Night Elf Empire, opening up the path for the re-establishment of the Old God's Black Empire across the planet. So you might be asking, how is the heart similar? What is going to be revealed to us in 8.2, and what will the repercussions actually be for all of this stuff? Well, first remember that Blizzard love the idea of our actions having negative consequences down the line. Take the Crucible of Storms raid.
Like that a lot.
That's literally a test from N'Zoth. So
yeah, I really like that a lot. Whenever players unknowingly do stupid shit that actually ends up fucking up the story in the future. I feel like you actually have, in a way, it feels like because it's a negative impact, it feels like you actually did that because you didn't know what was going on, right? And I like that a lot. Can somebody invite me if you have Rustfeather up on your realm? I'm trying to kill Rustfeather now. I'm going to get them out from him this time for sure.
Right, what have we actually been doing in-game? Well, we've been running around sucking up all the power that we possibly can into the heart of Azeroth. That power is like a Titan's blood crystallized. So this has granted us great power, but there are loads of reasons to believe that it may not be all that it seems, with the content of 8.2 leading more credence to a lot of past speculations. As with many things, it goes back to the whisperings of Il'gynoth. Of course, we all know the line, the King of Diamonds has been made a pawn. Now, of course, we received the Heart of Azeroth quest from Magni, and, you know, we don't question it, he doesn't question anything, even though it's abundantly clear, even in the lead up to 7.3, that parts of Azeroth have been invested by the Void.
I actually never thought of that.
Indeed,
I never
from
thought
the
of that
Earth he draws strength, our Earth, our strength. Well, Magni is a pebble. The Chamber of the Heart is deep underground. Much of the Azerite is from underneath the Earth, only bubbling up to the surface now. Then moving on, we've got her heart is a crater and we have filled it. Who is her? Well, you could read that as Azeroth, and that directly kind of fits into the Heart of Azeroth artifact that we're carrying around the place. And, you know, we indeed as players are going around the ground, filling it. Then let us not forget this one. Its surface blazes bright, masking shadows below. This could apply to a few things. It certainly seems like the Heart of Azeroth could be one of them. While it might be tempting to write this off as old lore, remember that Il'gynoth also establishes the Circle of Stars, something that actually features in the Ashara raid of patch 8.2, so it's pretty darn clear that Blizzard have Legion and Battle for Azeroth plotlines being pretty well laid out and tied together.
Holy
now, all of this seems a bit spooky, right? But it's only now in patch 8.2 that we're getting solid proof that all might not be right with the Heart of Azeroth. And we'll kick it off with the most direct reference, Ashara. Just before the fight with Ashara kicks off, she says this.
Every move you've made has been according to my will. That lumbering dwarf believed you could save Azeroth by empowering your shiny little heart. The gift of a sleeping titan.
What?
Yes. A titan's heart was exactly what was needed. Not to heal the world, but to shatter the prison of a god. Such delicious irony. The Diamond King has been made a pawn. The ritual nears completion. The Black Empire rises, and the world awaits its true queen.
Well, now that's pretty darn similar, isn't it?
Wait, what the fuck? She literally just says it?
What?
But she just says it. Like,
wait,
I thought
when? Hold on, when did she say that?
Yeah, when the fuck did that happen?
When did this video come out?
June 18th.
We're so far behind.
Oh my
dude.
god.
This has been obvious to most people for like 3 weeks.
Wait, what the fuck, man?
We look like complete fucking jackasses now.
Yeah, I had no idea. Well, yeah, because you haven't been paying attention to the lore the whole fucking time, man.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
they say it's in the raid. Okay, so this happened in the raid. I was gonna say if it happened outside the raid, we shouldn't have gone in the raid. But now it makes sense. Okay, that's what she said in the raids. Every WoW player must delete their necklace right now.
Oh my fucking god.
That item cannot be destroyed. We can't destroy the necklace, man. We're locked in, boys. We're locked in. There's no turning back now.
In fact, it's a slightly similar plotline to what we saw previously with the Demon Soul, another, of course, concoction of N'Zoth. The whole thing about that is that N'Zoth is a character, unlike Cthulhu and Yogg-Saron, he was pretty weak, but also his prison was deep beneath the waves, right? And that meant that he had to manipulate from afar rather than use direct power. So his original gambit with the Demon Soul failed, which does lead us just to wonder, you know, is this him trying it again? What's actually happening here? Is Magni literally being controlled by N'Zoth? I highly doubt it, but
I think
what about Azeroth,
misled.
though? What's going on there? Like, is there some sort of connection? Well, I think that's where it's a bit more interesting. Remember that Magni doesn't just talk with Azeroth like a conversation. Azeroth communes to him with, like, images and feelings and emotions, so there's no communications that are direct. And this likely means that the link between Magni and Azeroth is open to corruption and manipulation and suggestion. It could also be that since much of Azeroth is corrupted, N'Zoth is close enough to Azeroth to essentially tap into what she's thinking, or, you know, close enough to sort of know what the plans of the champions of Azeroth are and use those against her. And then with them, well, there's the problem of predictability. Mother is essentially a robot. The champions of Azeroth are all honorable, stoic types of characters, meaning that they're very predictable. So if N'Zoth is a master manipulator type character, he could call our plays easily. We, of course, do have lines like the King of Diamonds has been made upon, and they do back these things up, even if it's not directly that Magni is like mind-controlled or anything like that. Now, regardless of what we think about the nature of the heart's creation and the plan there, we do know that it is something that N'Zoth has factored into his plan. So let's cover the other majorly important parallel here. So the Demon Soul, well, that was empowered by the essence of the old gods, but also of the Titans. Not directly, instead it was through the dragon aspects empowering it. Blizzard actually called directly back to this in patch 8.2 with this cutscene.
The dragon aspects?
Ooh.
But they gave up their powers to save the world from Deathwing.
Readings indicate other compatible essences coalescing in numerous forms and locations. Collection of these essences necessary to fortify Heart of Azeroth and its wielder.
So as you can see in this cinematic, they talk about amplifying the power of the heart by using essences collected from around the world. But they do sort of mess up one thing with the Demon Soul or Dragon Soul lore, though. Yeah, so the dragons powered up the Demon Soul, by that time being called the Dragon Soul, to help Thrall defeat Deathwing. However, in the past, they did the exact same thing, granting their essence to the soul and have it turned against them. So is Mother, like, forgetting something? Is the lore just generally a bit messy when it comes to time travel? Probably. It's just odd given how important it is.
You should never do time travel in a story. Unless the story is based around time travel, you should never introduce time travel. Like, I truly believe that. I feel like anytime you ever introduce time travel into a story, it becomes a problem. And it's just like it's opening the window for like a million fucking things to come in. Never introduce time travel unless the story is fundamentally based around time travel.
But Mother then does go on to talk about collecting the other essences that we can use to fortify the heart, and then we set off on a journey through a whole range of content, including a new quest line. All to get these new essences. Now, this quest line, this involves the dragon aspect. Yes, the parallels grow. During patch 8.2's Heart of Azeroth quest line, we go to the uncorrupted black dragons through Ebonhorn while being watched by one of Rathian's agents. That'll be a future video. We then go and help the daughter of Ysera, who's the new green dragonflight leader. We actually discover there a lot of creepy stuff regarding the remnant of the void in the heart of the Emerald Tree.
There's the thing that we looked at the other day.
I've already done a full video on that, so be sure to check it out. After that, though, we then help the blues and the reds. Through all of this, we get them to grant us the power of their flight, to empower the Heart of Azeroth. Now, that's a little odd since how Cataclysm ended and the cutscene at the start of the quest line, so we can only assume that it's a less powerful essence than what was used back then. But here's what really matters. Here is how part of that quest line ends.
We've clung to a single hope. You, champion.
So yes, the Dragonflights just go ahead and empower the Heart of Azeroth again.
That seems
just
like a
like they
mistake.
did with the Demon Soul / Dragon Soul. I mean, it's a wonder they didn't, like, remember how that panned out last time they all went and empowered a shiny, mysterious artifact. But, I mean, hey, it's what they decided to do.
Yeah, you're right.
Now, while this happens, Magni talks about the player and the heart together being our only hope, which is pretty darn funky given all of the Il'gynoth teases and what we've directly heard from Ashara.
What
So,
the
as for what the
fuck?
heart could be used to, well, it's just a massive concentration of power, seemingly.
We've seen new
Chances
cinematics
are
from? Yes.
that N'Zoth knows there's enough power in it to shatter his prison,
Yes.
so the Ashara raid is probably set up as a trap to get us in the right position, the right spot, only to be trapped and then have the heart's energy used against
Holy
us.
fuck,
Or,
man.
you know, it could happen later on, like in 8.3. I mean, we do know, actually, that Blizzard will remove the Heart of Azeroth from us with this expansion, or the end of it, just like they did with Legion's artifacts, so they could drop a big narrative bombshell, have
Wait,
that
did they actually say that they're going to remove the heart? Like, I don't remember them ever saying that. They did?
Damn. Yeah, they did.
Well, if they did, I'm gonna be so upset if they take everything that the Heart of Azeroth had and they just replace it with some other kind of bullshit. I will be very disappointed in that, because
Wait, why? It's all bad.
well, it's because they've spent like 2 years developing this system, and then they just replaced the system like at the last minute. Yeah, that's gonna be a disappointment to me, man. Like 100%.
Yeah, but it's garbage.
I mean, is it really?
Yes. It's terrible.
I don't think it's that bad. It's just like it shouldn't hold up a slot. That's the problem. Is it shouldn't be a slot. There should be a separate necklace item that you can get on your own. But I don't think that it's that bad fundamentally, like with the essences. I genuinely think the essence system is pretty good. Okay?
That be the reason why we lose our Hearts of Azeroth and cap the expansion off like that.
Okay.
No matter what happens, though, the Heart has direct parallels. I mean, even look at the Heart and compare it visually to the Demon Soul. Like, they're pretty darn similar. And I think it just pretty much means that this is going to be ushering in a new era of the Warcraft lore. How could that go? I can't tell you. I can't predict the future. Very likely, though, it's either going to be we fight N'Zoth in 8.3 and then that's it. We kill him, job done. We have a new expansion after that. Or it could be that we fight N'Zoth. N'Zoth actually tricks us into doing something which unleashes the power of the Heart of Azeroth and maybe shatters the prisons of the other old gods.
Okay.
Maybe that leads to Blizzard doing some sort of Black Empire expansion that does a Cataclysm-like revamp.
Hopefully,
Who the hell
that's gonna
knows?
be fucking
There's a lot of things
awesome.
that could happen. Let
That'd
me
be
know
great.
what you think about all of this stuff down in the description. And be sure to check out that Skillshare link. They've been massive in supporting this channel,
Holy
which is super
shit.
important now that...
Say what? Holy shit, man. There's a new Ultimate Neckbeard season video. Yeah, we'll deal with that, but right now I want to look at these. I think Ashara's plan is to use the Heart of Azeroth to destroy the last remaining... Wait, what the fuck? Okay,
That's good.
yeah, okay. What's this? The Magni Skillshare segue. Azeroth will be destroyed again until the squish. I'm actually like, Blizzard, they do need some sort of a way to turn the board over and just reset everything. Is this a way to do that? Yeah, I think it could be. Like, I don't know if it's going to work or anything, but Blizzard, like, with this, I'm going to be honest, with this whole, like, plot line and everything, my faith in Blizzard has been pretty much completely restored for lore.
What?
It has. This is really good. This is genuinely really good. Am I wrong?
I mean...
For
I'll have to
writing
see
the
where they-
lore. I'm not saying that, oh, my faith in Blizzard making Titan Forging not in the game anymore is restored. No, but just for writing the lore.
I get it.
Like,
And I think it depends on where they take it. If they manage to write it in such a way that
yeah.
it would tie in and be like, okay, this shit fucked literally everything up. You're gonna start at level fucking 1. You lose all your shit. Everything's gone. Okay, and they like did some kind of level squish with it to tie it in. Then yeah, that'd be pretty brilliant.
Yeah, that'd be fucking amazing. Like, yeah, re-origination. Yeah, reply code alpha. I don't know. Like, I mean, I think, yeah, something like that would be insane. And honestly, I'm waiting to see something like that happen. It's gonna be fucking great. Can we forget about the Lich King? Yeah, of course we have. Losing all your collections. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, I'm okay. Like, if they want to reset the game down to 0 and reset everybody's shit, I would be okay with that. Like, I would be. I think that's actually a good decision that Blizzard could make. Right? I have more stuff than everybody else in this game. I was like maybe 3 people on this entire stream that have more achievements, mounts, pets, and titles than me. Okay? Probably less than that, honestly. And if I'm okay with it, you have to be okay with it too. Okay? That's all there is to it. The point is that yes, I'm very optimistic with the lore at this point. It does seem like it is genuinely good. Now the only thing the next challenge Blizzard has is how can Blizzard communicate to the players that the lore is good? Because that's the issue that they have now. The players don't even know about this. Like, how can they make it easier for players to pick up on the lore?
Well, they don't need to, do they? I mean, you're advertising it to 28,000 people right now.
I know. And
I mean,
yeah,
you're just kind of a...
Well, yeah, but like, I mean, this is something that like last week nobody had any idea, and like my stream isn't.
No. Don't say nobody had any idea. It was me and you had no idea. This video came out fucking 3 weeks ago, man.
If you were to ask people, what do you think about the lore in BFA? How many people, if you just like randomly polled, you took 1,000 people in Borealis and you asked them, how does the lore work in BFA? What's happening in the new raid? How many of them would understand this? I would say it would be a handful.
Yeah, maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah, 5 or 6 people. So yeah, 5 or 6 out of 1,000 people. Yeah, that's a pretty bad ratio. I'm sorry to say, like, they need to do a better job getting people understanding the lore. Right? I mean, that's basically it. It's not stupid at all, right? Yeah, obviously there's a lot of views on this video, right? But the views on the video don't necessarily translate to full understanding of the lore in a comprehensive way. You know, each of these videos are different little, I guess, snapshots or cuts of the lore. But people that understand the full thing, I feel like it's unlikely.